Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Saturday night's main event reaction show, as well as our AEW Double or Nothing reaction show. It's two shows in one. I'm Smoot, along with Chucks, Beans, and Will. The whole gang's here. How you guys doing?
Yellow.
Pretty good.
I didn't have a button here in OBS. I just clicked off of it for the. See, I can move it different slides. See. I was kind of flustered for a moment, so I wasn't sure where it went. And I was like, "Oh, I'm not clicked into it, though." Hey, Chucks is back, by the way, from assignment.
Yes. Welcome back, Chucks.
Yeah. That is so fucking loud. It's so obnoxiously loud. Wow.
It's an obnoxious song. It's got to be played.
It
loud.
is. It is. All.
Oh, you just wait till I hit the pipe clang. So, that's the worst one.
Before we went on there, someone played the ring bell.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect.
Nice, which is this one.
Yeah, that was perfect.
I did think we were gonna have a 10 ball salute, so I thought I wanted to do who died.
Oh, Jesus.
God.
Good Lord.
I mean, there is a segue there, Smoot, if you dare go down there.
No.
Oh no, does that mean someone has died?
Rick Derringer, the composer of
Oh yeah,
Real American.
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot about him.
Oh, I forgot about him. That's true, he did.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Get out of here, Hulk.
Not anymore, didn't.
Could you believe that song was almost given to Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham as a tag team?
Yeah, U.S. Express.
How times would have changed.
Could have changed.
Here, I'm just going to delete this because now we're losing frames for some reason.
Was it written for WWE or there was a song they just stole?
I think it was something. I think it was for WWE, and Hulk Hogan was like, I honestly don't remember. I think he was when Hulk was like first getting into the company, and Vince laid eyes on him. And he's like, "This is my star," or something like that. I guess I don't know. The timing is lost on me. Let's put it that way.
So he produced the World Wrestling Federation, the wrestling album.
Yes.
So he also did the Demolition. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legendary composer.
Good songs.
It was quite an asset prior to, I think, Jim Johnston.
Given Hogan's recent, shall we say,
Oh boy.
he's not very forthcoming with the truth, shall we say?
That's one way of putting it.
I'm surprised he hasn't come out and said, he wrote the song or something, all his idea.
Well, you see, brother, I personally wrote the song to my entrance tune, Real American. There's a YouTube account that does like AI Gorilla Monsoon and Hulk Hogan podcasts in like 2-minute snippets, and it's really funny, personally. To me, at the very least. So I'm surprised there isn't something that there hasn't been a mention of that lately or whatever. Should we get into the prediction game here? By the way, should we get into it?
Can do, yeah. I don't have the graphics though, so I'm kind of relying on you.
Oh, okay, no problem here. Hold on. Let me get Photoshop here, which has been sucking up my memory lately.
Oh, actually, do I? Maybe I do for the Saturday night's main event one, or maybe not.
There you go.
Let's have a look.
This was last week. We were kind of still on the air a little bit, I think, when the first match was happening. Which was the CM Punk, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker that Beans didn't want to be spoilered on until he could watch it. Which,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a thing.
That's true, yeah.
It was definitely a thing that happened.
Yeah, you got that right. So,
Yeah. Well, apparently there was a dark match here, which none of us could have seen because it was dark. But American
Well-
Made, the Creed brothers, beat Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wild. DJZ. DJZ. There you
Jesus Christ.
go. He used to do that.
Dom DeMarco and all, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't have Jesse Goddard's or who was the other guy? He was
Robbie E?
Robbie E.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robbie E. Who's still a guy? Robert
Now,
Stone.
Robert Stone, yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, Joaquin Wild. Is that his name because he is wacky and wild? Is that the
Sure.
joke there?
I think it's Joaquin, but it does come
Yeah,
off.
like
say
wacky, Joaquin and Wild. Like
Yeah.
there's clearly a pun going on there, I think. But yeah, American Made, they win. Creed Bros. Not that it matters because we didn't know it was happening and it's dark anyway, but it did happen. Main show, Saturday night's main event, number 39. Wow, there's a lot of these. Opened with another tag match with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker beating CM Punk and Sami Zayn. This was with the help of Thingy, right? Jeff
Thingy.
Cobb.
Thingy,
Yeah,
thingy.
JC Mateo.
No, it was
No, it was Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed.
Big
came back.
Bronson
Right,
Reed.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, Bronson, yeah.
He's
Of course it was.
not big anymore. He's just Bronson Reed.
Is he not big?
No, he didn't call
I
him
said
big.
Oh, well, he's lost his name.
Let's have a look on the website. They don't really call him big. Let's see.
Bronson Reed. Yeah, they're not. It doesn't
Yeah.
say big anymore.
Just Bronson Reed these days.
Yeah. Well, I was confused there for a minute because it's the exact same gimmick they did with JC Mateo.
It was similar, yeah, you're right.
But good that they're doing something with Big Bronson, I guess.
Not big. Just Bronson.
Big. I mean, he is still pretty big though.
Physically, he's big,
Just
but
describing
his
him.
name.
That's not his name. It's just, you know,
Don't sigh, shame.
Big Bronson Reed and irritating Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
So, who got points here? All of us except for you, Smoot? Punk and Zane.
Which, by the way, we've decided that we are going to keep points for the Saturday Night's Main Event League.
For its own little side league.
Yes.
The third league that we're going to be playing for.
Christ.
Yeah. Another
Can't
one.
wait to be the first women's European champion.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Okay, GTA. Moving on.
Moving swiftly on, we have. No, speaking of the women's women's United States champion, Zelina Vega retained against Chelsea Green
With a busted nose.
in 5 minutes. Yeah, not a long
Yeah.
match.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
fucking knows, didn't
All
she?
up on the nose, didn't she?
Certainly
Yep.
did. She
so
had
this
a.
is-
Sorry, I was going to say, she had a fast forward perfectly to SmackDown last night. She's wearing a mask.
A pride-themed mask,
Oh, yeah.
which is covering up her nose, yeah.
Some people would call her a dashing Chelsea Green.
Hey,
Nice. It's not that one. Yeah, there we go.
That's
the mask because of the nose. Look at
That's a bedazzled
that.
face mask.
Red, yellow, blue.
Excuse me.
Is that Romania? Oh no, there's more colours all around.
Yeah.
Cool.
rainbow in it.
Rainbow style.
It is almost Pride Month.
Yeah, I suppose so.
She's a big proponent for it.
Mm.
So
so
what was
that's-
after that?
Points all round except for Will.
Yeah.
Thought Chelsea would be winning back, but
Mm.
couldn't foresee a broken nose. What was after that was the clash of all clashes. R-Truth finally getting in the ring with his childhood hero, John Cena. Truth coming out as John Cena.
Ron
And doing
Ron
his old
Cena,
life moves.
actually.
Ron Cena. There you go, of course. Have a clip for that.
And his name is John Cena!
Jesus.
Did your
Good.
speakers explode on the first one,
Good
Smith?
lord.
Saying I need to turn the volume down on my drops. Ah,
Just a
there's no fun
smidge.
in that.
Just a smidge.
Maybe. We'll
Alright,
see.
right next
We'll
when you play, Chuck, you won't be able to hear anything, so don't worry about it.
Will thought Ron Cena would win for some reason. Because it was non-title,
Well,
I
it
guess.
was a non-title on it, you know.
Mm.
Seems to
He
make
could use the
sense,
win,
really.
yeah. As we heard before we started about Dave Meltzer and Solo Sikoa. And,
Aha. Yeah, we'll get to that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So not well, it was non-title, not Ron title.
Wow.
Oh,
This is John title. Then a steel cage match, where Damian Priest beat Drew McIntyre by escaping the cage. Jesse Ventura was not happy about this.
he was, dude. Props to Jesse for not even just like holding back. He
He was not
hated
taking
us.
the hint either, trying to move on and like just no, this is how it works. But he kept going back to it. Escaping the cage, not in my day. No, why would you win by escaping the cage? Out the door, over the top,
the only
baby,
way
out
you
the
used
door.
to win the bloody match in his day. You never saw pinfalls in a cage match before.
He's
the
totally right
2000s.
though. You shouldn't win by leaving through the door. That's lame.
Mm.
it was a lame finish, yeah.
I
He
don't
might
think you
have
should escape the
said
cage
that.
at all. It should be a pinfall in the cage. Why'd you win by running away? That sucks.
Yeah, but it was supposed to be because he basically murdered him, didn't he, with the chair? So
Yeah.
it was kind of like rubbing the salt in the wounds.
More so than pinning him?
I think so.
Walking away? Nah, it sucks. I'm with Jesse Ventura. He's right.
Because he said he was saying when he was walking away, he was like, "You're not going to prize this that kind of thing." Like you, it just felt a little bit more.
Mm.
I don't know.
I know what you mean.
Plus,
No.
also, it's that thing of they probably didn't want to pin Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
That's probably true. Yeah,
Mm.
that makes a lot of sense. But points for all of us though for predicting Damian Priest going over. Good for us. By the way, before we get to the main event, is the draft coming up soon this year? Or are they doing one?
Great
They've
question.
not said, but the last rumor I heard was it was going to be after Mania, which I know well after that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've not really said
Last couple
anything.
of years it has been April, May kind of time. And now
Yeah.
we're way past.
Um,
Alright, I guess it's not happening. So main event, 10 minutes, World Heavyweight Championship
would they do
match.
a draft?
What's that?
I was just going to say, why would they do a draft?
Because they do every year, and we haven't had one yet. So I was just thinking, Drew has lost a couple of matches now, I think. And that usually means that something's going to get shaken up. Either he's turning face, or he's going to switch brands, or something.
It's because he can't
World
turn
title
his
match.
neck all the way to the right.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said
Okay.
that he couldn't like move his neck or his like head to the right or something like that.
Weird.
Hence the reason why they probably, concertoed him.
Maybe they finally realised that the draft is absolutely pointless and meaningless and doesn't actually
Especially
have
now,
any
yeah.
effect.
Oh, sorry.
True.
It was all he couldn't after Backlash. He couldn't move to the left, not right. Pardon me.
Now, that's totally different.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
so
that's
you,
right.
just before we do move on, you'll like this one. This is a point you've actually mentioned quite a few times. Someone mentioned this on Twitter. I'm going to send you a link to a tweet.
Oh,
If you can throw that up.
a tweet.
Alright, one sec here. Oh, OSW review.
It does kind of make things a bit silly, doesn't it?
This is very silly.
Undisputed WWE champion, World Heavyweight
It's
champion.
clearly disputed.
There is a big dispute right here. Yeah, I agree.
It's in a dispute. Yeah,
Very
I
much
guess.
in
Yeah.
2 world titles.
Silly
You
idea.
could just make an argument that one's like the WWE title and the other one's the heavyweight champion. Unless you're
What's the
Rey
difference?
Mysterio. Unless you're Rey Mysterio
Yeah,
and then you're just world champion.
WCW doesn't exist anymore.
I agree.
See, actually, no, you're kind of right on that point, because you could argue that Cena is the champion of WWE,
Yeah,
whereas Jey Uso is the champion of the world.
the whole world. Yeah.
Right.
So he's a bigger title.
So then, Cena's not a world champion.
No.
No,
No, he's a world wrestling entertainment champion.
correct.
In which case, he's not even an undisputed WWE champion because there's lots of champions in WWE,
That's true. It is, yeah.
including
yeah.
Jey Uso.
From a technical standpoint, yeah.
Jey Uso's still your somewhat disputed world heavyweight champion. He beat Logan Paul, and that was
Yep.
it. It was fine. It's okay. People
Even though
yeeted.
Cena tried to help Mr. Paul win.
That's true. Yeah, Cena came out, so there is something going on here.
Mm.
They had a
I
little stare
don't
down backstage.
understand. They did the backstage thing, and he said, like, how ridiculous would it be if, you know, a YouTuber is the world heavyweight champion? You know, how great would that be to ruin wrestling? And then he comes out and gets involved, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, if I'm Logan Paul, I'd have the same problem everyone else has got with John Cena at the moment.
Yeah.
He just called you a YouTuber, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like, it came across
Did
really
you-
weird to me.
See the, you want to see the lines Cody hit him with last night? What would you think? The you know they announced that they're in this tag match at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
So it's Cena and Logan Paul against Jay and Cody. They had a bit of a back and forth on SmackDown last night, and then Cena and Logan was basically walking out the ring, and Cody, great line. Cody said, "Where are you going?" He said, "He's gonna go and polish his Peacemaker."
My God.
So yeah, that was kind of cool.
That's a line.
Yeah.
Jey Uso, former tag team champions with Cody Rhodes, by the way. So that's
Yeah.
I think that's where the
That's where
whole,
the whole-
thing started, right?
Oh,
From that,
yeah,
that-
it was that press conference. Yeah.
and they were both totally wasted.
Yeah.
Cody was really trying, and Jay wasn't.
Yeah, you're right.
So
is that it then from
that was it.
Saturday main event?
That was Saturday night's main event. So, Will and Smoot, you both got one wrong. Oh no, Will, sorry, you got two wrong. Oof, you're in
See, I-
fourth place there.
I made a crucial error really because I thought it's not for points, so I'll just a bit wild. with predictions.
Even though you were,
And then-
like
then I
advocating
suggested
to
to make
for
it
Yeah.
a real one.
Then I suggested making it actually matter. So I kind of screwed myself there, but
Screwed himself there. Smoke's in third. CM Punk, Sami Zayn let him down. Me and Beans, we are Saturday night's main event champions for now, I guess. Perfect games for us. We will meet again in about 6 weeks.
Oh
yeah,
boy.
getting the July, innit? Yeah.
Saturday night's main event 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
And moving to AEW here.
Which, by the way,
so
is
we
the
start the
night
music.
before. Before you do,
Yeah.
the next Saturday night's main event is the night before the return of the Evolution pay-per-view, which I assume is going to be all women's matches, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, I think they have already said it will.
Yeah. So there you go. It's been 7 years. Gone back to it.
Before we do jump into Double or Nothing, just one. We were talking about world titles there for a minute. It's worth mentioning the situation around the TNA world title. Don't know if anyone's been following this at all, but the TNA title was defended on a WWE show last week on Battleground. It was Joe Hendry versus Trick Williams, and Trick Williams won.
Okay.
So a WWE superstar currently holds the TNA world title, which is just crazy.
It's because they bought out TNA. They
I
just
know,
haven't
but it's
announced
still
it yet.
Interestingly enough, they had the TNA president, not Dixie Carter.
Fuck her.
I can't remember the guy's name. Who's the TNA president now? You remember? No one knows his name.
Billy Corgan?
No.
No, not him.
Santino Marella?
Santino Marella.
He's
Anthony
Carlos
Sassone?
something.
Anthony Sassone.
Carlos, there he is.
Casper.
Your next link down. Carlos Silva.
Carlos
Silva.
Huh.
President of TNA. Well, Delirious is head of creative. Oh, imagine that.
Click that next one underneath it, you see a picture of him, and he was wearing a really strange hat. We just had the TNA in like a really basic font.
Really plain.
Yeah.
But he didn't look happy the fact that Trick Williams was the new champion. So
Well, now taking the title away from his company.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shouldn't be.
I mean, there's a reason why he's wearing a generic hat, Will.
But
Yeah,
I
that's
thought it was
weird.
mentioning that we've got I know obviously they've been working together for a while now, and as you say they've probably bought them in some way, but it's still kind of weird seeing the fact that a WWE superstar is TNA champion. And
No, Shawn Michaels
Carlos.
gets his name on the
credits,
graphic
yeah.
at the bottom there. Yeah.
Correct, because of it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
NXT.
Carlos is not happy about it.
Nope.
Yeah,
He's gonna.
I mean, look, Joe lost to Randy Orton. I'm not surprised Trick Williams here took the title off of him. And there's
They
some,
had before the match started, they did like a sort of retro video package, going over the history of the TNA title, and it was
Was there
AJ
loads of
Styles.
stuff cut out? Oh, just be only the people that they like. It'll be AJ Styles and
yeah,
Kevin
there was
Owens.
quite a bit. AJ Styles
It
narrated it
wasn't
anyway.
like the 400-year reign of Jeff Jarrett mentioned.
Yeah, just skip that. Skip Raven. Yeah.
But
Did they show Eli Skipper running across a cage?
Skip
they
Sting.
actually showed LA Knight and Drew Galloway.
Oh, eat like Drake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Tommy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Actually, I've just forgotten. I've not done something.
Nope.
No.
Ow.
What, hurt yourself?
Nearly sliced my finger open on a goddamn ring pull.
Yeah, there you go. Don't hurt yourself now.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. Did it come across really loud? Because it
Yes,
hurt my
It
ears.
did,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It did kind of spurt a bit into the mic more than I planned.
God.
Don't say spares, Beans.
What else could I say?
Anything. Anything's fine. Spurt into the mic.
I'm trying to think of another word I could have said.
No, there's one really, but it's just
Spray?
Yeah. spray.
Squirt.
Squirt. That's not much better.
It's not really much better, really, is it? Though?
Anyway. AEW's Double or Nothing.
AEW, yay.
Double or nothing. Couple of pre-show matches here. One was announced quite late. Well, both of them, I guess, were announced quite late. We did get one of them in, though. I think, all went... Did we? No, we didn't. Anna Jay and Harley Cameron beat Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford. So that's a point for me and a point for Smoot. Now, Beans has gone for the bad ones and Will has gone for the good ones. I'm not entirely sure which is which. I guess Anna and Harley are probably the good ones, right?
Right.
I went for that's what I meant. Yeah.
So we'll give the point to Will, I suppose.
What?
Unless Beans was talking about the bad ones, like, you know, the baddies.
I was
That's
being
what kids say
guided
these
by
days.
Smoot.
I said, to be fair, I'm pretty sure I said that Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford were the heels and whatnot. And Bean said, I'm picking the bad ones.
Picking the bad ones. All right.
I don't even remember anymore. I can't even argue it.
I can pull it up.
No, you are.
I feel like I'm being robbed.
It's not, you're not being robbed.
Don't know.
Well, we'll check the tape after the show if you want, Beans.
No. Prove that you're right.
Sounds like.
You just made the list!
Maybe.
How long have you wanted to press that button?
Yeah. Yeah, so points for everyone, not for Beans. And then we had another pre-show match, 8-man tag with, who else? Bandito, who was totally fallen off the radar. He was a thing for a little while.
Yep.
AR Fox, Hologram, and Commander, who are now a tag team. Imagine that. Beat Rocky Romero, Trent Beretta, Roppongi Vice are back, and the crew, the cabin crew, Action Andretti and Leo Rush. But we didn't know that was happening.
Crew.
They're called the Crew, CRU, Crew. But they used to be part of the Top Flight group, and they all came out wearing pilot costumes. So they've gone from being pilots to crew.
Are they not? These the ones who used to dress up as COVID.
Yes.
Yeah, they do, all spiky, yeah, that's them.
Yeah.
The COVID recovery unit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we didn't know that was happening, so no points for anyone there. That's cool. So we skip over to the opener of the main show, which was bookended with the Owen Hart Cup Finals.
Hang on a minute, you're still on the pre-show?
Yeah.
No, the pre-show was done. Just the two.
Okay.
Oh, when you said the main card and
Main double or nothing card started with Mercedes Moné beating Jamie Hayter to win the Owen Hart Foundation Cup and a #1 contender shot at All In Texas.
I was busy during like the first half of this pay-per-view. I still need to go back and watch what I missed, but I did see a blurb on this and I was just like, ugh, really? Because now it's Tony Storm versus Mercedes Moné for the title.
Wow, spoiler, but yeah, it is. I can't see who predicted who, because...
Oh, sorry, I'm browsing the Fortnite shop. Sorry. I'll move this over here.
There's that. Cool. We were split down the middle. Me and Beans had Mercedes, Smoot Will had Jamie. So Beans, you have made your point back. Mercedes wins us a point.
Nice.
We then had tag team match, no titles on the line here. FTR beat Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness. And they beat Daniel Garcia. It's a strange decision. I would have thought they'd
Shocker.
beat the guy who's got no future in the business, but no, maybe they did. So yeah, they beat Daniel Garcia, beat Nigel McGuinness. FTR is on a roll again. And that is points for just the three of us, not you, Will. I had too much faith in our countrymen. Maybe next time. He's still very good for a guy who can't wrestle anymore.
Yeah,
He's surprisingly good. And then a stretcher match. I didn't even know this was a stretcher match, but there you go. Ricochet throws Mark Briscoe in the back of the ambulance at the end of a very bloody match with lots of weapons and stuff. At one point, he sprayed Mr. Clean on his head. That was very funny. Yeah, loads of stuff here. Any thoughts on this one?
Beans went with Ricochet because he stabs people.
He does. He tried. Yeah.
I'd forgotten about that.
I went with
Just
Ricochet.
a random way that he'd have said, like, he just keeps trying to stab people with scissors.
He
and it's
does.
just like,
Yeah,
what?
Gold scissors.
He's got a golden pair of scissors and he just stabs people with them, or at least tries
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not wrong on that.
I know, but it's just... yeah, don't worry, you're not turning into the next WCW, you fuckwits.
Also, mate, when I was watching
Running
this,
around with a
this-
pair of scissors.
This was the most. How can I put it? The most WWE match. The most WWE type match. That it basically felt like I was watching WWE. That's what I'm trying to.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It was quite WWE style hardcore.
Yeah, that's what I
Except
meant.
until
Paint
the
by
blood,
numbers.
there was a lot of blood at the end there, which they wouldn't
Yeah,
usually do.
they
But
wouldn't
yeah,
do
I know
that
what you
one.
mean. It's quite. It was the kind
Did
of
they not
hardcore
have
you'd see in
400
WWE.
kickouts?
That's just wrestling these days.
Yeah.
I was going to say, actually, I said that, and I can say that about WWE.
One thing I didn't understand was at the end when it finished and obviously he was put in the ambulance.
Mm.
The ambulance didn't go anywhere. It just sort of stood there with the siren
They
going.
just put the siren on, yeah.
And it was there for the rest of the night, so I'm assuming Briscoe was in there for the rest of the night, bleeding to death.
Yeah, because Mark came back later.
Yeah, Super Bush League.
The Super Bush League is right.
That's pretty quiet. Why is that one so quiet?
Maybe I turned it down. Hold on. Maybe I. Hold on. Let me see.
Need some more volume like this.
Good God. Good Lord.
I know what that was.
Taco match, so that was the pipes clanging.
Yeah, that was. Always a random set of
Oh, the,
metal
Bush,
steel
the
pipes.
Super Bush League one's
against the wall.
Scaffold pipes.
the Super Bush League one's cranked up all the way, so I don't know why it's quiet.
It's very quiet.
Oh my
Christ.
Lord.
Well. I think I've got the clip
Yeah.
somewhere. I'm actually add some-
Always a random set of scaffold pipes leaning against the wall.
Yeah, to be thrown
Remember
into.
the-
Like, well, they always
Yeah.
roll right around the garage door so they can throw them into that. Makes a nice big noise.
Oh, that reminds me. You just reminded me of something else. Was
Uh-oh.
this the match? Was this one or was it the? I think it was the Anarchy in the arena
Dropping
match.
the
It was.
Anarchy. Yeah,
It was. I'll come to that in a minute because that was a point
not
of
far away. Points all round for Ricochet because he does stab people and because Mark Briscoe never wins. True.
Right.
That was my thinking too. Then, speaking of people who always win, the Hurt Syndicate with MVP and MJF beat the Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara to retain the AEW Tag
Shocker.
Championships. They didn't put the ROH titles on the line because I guess we knew they were going to lose. Shocker. Hurt Syndicate win. We all get a point. MJF tried to help out supposedly, but didn't. He distracted referee while Goldust hit the old Golden Globes in the corner. So are they already on like day one? They're already teasing the split here.
Ay.
Yeah. Another title match, a Continental Championship. Okada beats Speedball Mike Bailey.
This was where I think I tuned in or shortly after. Yeah, I knew you were happy because you hate Speedball Mike Bailey for some reason.
I do kind of hate Speedball Mike Bailey.
I like his Balatro gear though.
Okay. He's got something going for him. All right.
I love the
Not played Balatro yet.
It was just the pause that got me, so. Okay.
Yeah.
Beans picked Okada because it was the only name that he recognizes.
Did I win?
Yeah, you got
You
the
did.
point.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I picked Okada because they're still teasing the Omega title match merger thing.
Yeah, they should definitely do that.
Yeah.
Get rid of some of these belts. The Women's World Championship is another belt, and Toni Storm retains yet again, this time over Mina Shirakawa. It was fine. They then made out a little bit afterwards.
I saw something, yeah, where it was just a more random thing came up on social media where it was just like you said, it was just all I recognised was Toni Storm, but then it was like, okay, she's making out with someone.
Well,
It's different.
no, yeah. You put down Toni Storm's the only one that you know, Beans.
Is that how you do these predictions now? Just the one that you've heard of?
Well, that's what I'm saying. When the thing came up on the video, when I saw it, she was kissing someone. I don't know who the other person is. I just recognised Toni Storm. Was like, okay,
That's the only one I know.
that's the only one I know.
So there you go.
It's a good system.
Yeah.
It's worked well for me in the past.
It actually did work pretty well early on in AEW. It was always the name guys that beat.
When they actually
new-
made sense.
Yeah.
Now they've just gone fucking stupid.
Well, when it was just like they were trying to establish themselves, so of course you get the guy with the name. Chris Jericho is going to beat Adam Page. Of course he is. Chris Jericho.
I think I think I went with Adam Page on that. To be honest.
Oh God.
Well, he was, that first time round. Why would they put the belt on Jericho rather than the other guy?
Because it's Chris Jericho.
We could look it up. We have the
Yeah.
results.
You do.
Honestly, I think
papers.
I was expecting Adam Page to win that. I think.
What was the first one? 2021?
2019.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
May
Oh,
2019.
May 19.
It's happening again, Kane.
He
Sorry.
can fuck off.
I think it's an Excel
Still have it?
thing. I think it's an Excel thing here. Hold on. I would have to look it up. Hold on. I'll look it up this way here. You keep going. Keep going.
Actually, oh my God. So after that one, we had the Anarchy in the Arena, which started out with no music. Kenny Omega called for some music. They put on "I'm So Excited" by the Pointer Sisters. Not what he was thinking, what he's expecting. So they changed it to "Drowning Pool," which is a song I haven't heard for a while.
Yeah, it was quite cool. It must
Quite
have been.
funny.
Which song?
Good one. How many Drowning Pool songs do you know?
Quite a few.
Quite a few.
Yeah, WWE have used a few.
Have they?
Yeah.
Other than Bodies, what else have they?
I can think
Tearaway?
of one other one.
Tearaway?
Yeah.
You're making this up. They've got one song.
WrestleMania 18 song.
I can think of one other one. Step Up.
Yep.
Step Up.
That was a Mania song. That Mania 20?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. I guess that's true. They got a new singer, and then they did Step Up. And then the singer left.
Didn't they sing it? Oh, no, I'm thinking of someone too. Who's this band? Someone.
Ladies
sing
and
it live.
gentlemen, did they do?
That was them?
Was that them?
No,
Well, no,
WWE pay-per-view theme song.
Might be right.
Ladies.
Didn't they do a SmackDown theme as well for Rise Up?
I don't.
That was
Sure,
Saliva, ladies and gentlemen, apparently.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting
Their other
mixed up,
favourite.
Sorry.
And Creed.
Yeah, I like it.
Didn't they do a SmackDown theme? Rise Up.
Oh, wow. Well, in that case, I've got no idea who these guys are. They've done a lot more than I ever knew.
Was it John and Bill?
So is it Let the Bodies that they played while they were fighting?
That recorded version of Rise Up, yeah, was used as the theme song for SmackDown. 4 years.
Yeah, wasn't it?
I think that should be 10 bonus points for me.
Not sure about that, but I'll give you credit for knowing more about Drowning Pool than I thought anyone in the world knew.
By the way, I pulled it up here. This is a spreadsheet one. I guess I didn't transfer it over or something, or I have to really look into the archives. But we did terrible on the first ever Double or Nothing back in 2019.
Will did all right.
Will did phenomenal here. Like, what the hell?
Who the hell is T-Hawk?
Yeah.
Double or Nothing, 2019.
Versus the Strong Hearts.
The Strong Hearts, Seema, T-Hawk, and L. Lindemann. Yeah.
This isn't the
They were
one
never
that's
gonna
got Jericho and Thingy for the title, is it?
It's Jericho versus Omega, and Jericho's the first ever AEW champion.
No!
Wasn't this where the bubbly came from?
Yeah.
It was
A little bit of
Hangman.
the bubbly. Yeah.
It was Hangman that he faced.
No, it wasn't. That was on the next one because Hangman won the Battle Royal.
Okay, hold on.
This one wasn't a title match. This was like a number one contenders match. The winner of that one was going to meet the winner of the Battle Royal for the belt on the next pay-per-view.
So Double or Nothing 2020?
No, All Out 2019.
All Out. Okay, hold on. I'll pull that one up next.
This is like IWC retro.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Ta-da!
There it is.
We all
And we all went with Jericho.
We all picked Jericho for the record.
What the fuck?
What? What's the problem?
I remember I was on last time I actually went abroad on holiday. I was on holiday watching this on the balcony on my tablet, I think, or something.
Stu Grayson and the Fat Man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Evil Uno.
I just remember sitting there and thinking, what a stupid thing! Like they had to put the belt on Jericho. But yeah, I picked it.
God, I did horrible in the first year. Holy
Cody
shit.
versus Sean Spears. Whatever happened to him?
Yeah.
He's back in NXT now, isn't he?
I meant Cody. Yeah.
Whatever happened to that guy?
Yeah.
Darby Allin versus Joey Janela versus Jimmy Havoc in a Cracker Barrel clash. Where Jimmy
I
Havoc
love the
won.
Cracker Barrel matches.
I remember that one.
Oh my god!
Nyla Rose won the... Okay.
What happened to Nyla Rose?
Yeah, she's been off
Still
TV
around.
for forever.
Yeah.
Cody... Was that the pay-per-view with the fucking chair spot? Where they gimmicked the
Yeah.
chair?
That was the one.
Oh, when
Lord.
he killed him with a chair shot.
Yeah.
Gimmick chair.
I like that Omega just wasn't, like, winning anything back then. Man.
Yeah,
There
the
seemed to
Young
be a
Bucks
real
seem to lose quite a lot as
consciousness.
well.
Yeah, there was a consciousness at the beginning where it was like anyone that was actually involved in the creation of the company did shit at the beginning.
Yeah, but they didn't want to like book themselves to win stuff. They knew that would look bad, so they went too far the other way. they're the named guys. They should be winning. They should be kind of the big draws, but no.
Cody versus Dustin was actually pretty good. Like the first
That was
time.
great.
Yeah, I agree with the commenter in the chat.
Wasn't that a bloodbath?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And it was all downhill for Dustin after that.
Yeah, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
didn't they reference that the week before on Dynamite? They did like a video package where Dustin was talking about
I think so, something like that.
Double or Nothing, and they showed him for a couple of clips of that match.
Something, yeah.
Did he tell Sammy Guevara, I don't need a brother, I don't need a friend, I just need a partner?
Let me do all the talking, kid. Oh man, yeah, no, that checks out.
Anarchy in the Arena. Let's get back to 2025. At least
We
for a
have
little while. Yeah. Unfortunately. So this is where I'm up to. I was trying to catch up on things and failed.
Yeah,
I don't know what
I've seen
happened.
the end of this match, but that's what I have this as well.
Did anything fun happen in the match? I'm guessing it was.
Didn't
I've got a-
they locked Willow by her ear, I think? Or something
Ah.
with,
Yeah,
like, a
they
padlock?
chained the with a padlock to the ring. I don't know. Can we get away with playing a little clip, Smooth, or at least anyway?
What, clip of what?
There's the clip anyway. Just play it to us if you can't play it.
Let me see. Let me see.
So this was in the match. In the match itself, they end up fighting by the stage.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Now keep your eye on that shot there. That's a good shot to put on there.
yeah. We can kind
Keep
of
your eye on the road cases.
Yeah, we can scroll. I know this is a thumbs down, by the way. You're kind of leaning into a thumbs down
definitely.
territory. But I'll mute it, but I'll play a little bit here. But yeah, keep your eye on the road cases here that Claudia's going to send Swerve into here.
Oh, he's gonna do a big swing.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is how the music stopped, by the way, because they throw him into the speaker there.
Yeah.
Ah.
Boom, and
Ow.
the music stops.
Yeah.
And
Just the whole music system is powered by one box.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
I think you paused that at a point when.
Yeah, come on. I want to see what's gonna happen there. He gets pounced into.
Do it frame by frame. Into the road cases,
Those-
which apparently have powder
Oh,
on
they-
them.
Full of dust.
Full of
And
dust
they're
and
made
aren't
of
actually
plywood.
road cases.
Cardboard flight cases. Great.
Oh my god. In the middle of an area. Oh yeah, slap it, that makes it look better.
Show how funny it is. No.
And he does it again! What the hell? What the hell's wrong with him?
Anyway,
That shit
What
would have
the hell?
been nothing.
It doesn't help the fact that there's a real road case just to the left of it.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It looks totally different as well. Yeah. It's like in the old cartoons where like the bit of floor is a different color, and you know that's going to be the trapdoor.
No, do you know what? It reminds me, yeah, when you're playing like an old PlayStation 1 game, and you're looking for a hidden door, and there's one area of the background that you know is only animated to move, and it stands out like it's awful. I must go over here.
Yeah, those are the other road cases that you were mentioning in the double feature there. Yeah, no, that's a thumbs down. I agree.
Great special effects there. Well done.
I just don't. You go to all that hassle of making a load of cardboard boxes with logos. You put powder on them, or maybe the person that was making them decided to have some powder on them. I don't know.
Maybe they're just dusty.
It's dusty.
Yep.
It's Tony Khan's Coke.
Just gonna say it then. All right.
I'm gonna say it. There was lots of.
But obviously, I
We
mean,
just unlock the
Coca-Cola.
door. We'll just fucking hit it with a fucking truck.
Obviously, I mean Coca-Cola. I don't know what you're thinking.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Right, the Dusty Cola.
Yeah.
That's hard to
Catch you on your phone.
So, the good guys won. The Death
Yes,
Riders
yes.
didn't, I guess. Because
Correct.
I mean, once you get thrown into those boxes like that, there's no coming back.
Well, exactly.
Mark
Anything else? Any other
Briscoe-
noteworthy spots here?
Mark
Any
Briscoe-
golden scissors or-
Mark Briscoe came back and he was still kind of like
Oh.
he had like blood on him, like the same way
Because
Osprey did.
he was just in the ambulance the whole time.
Yeah, the ambulance
Yeah,
is
He just
still
walked
there.
back out again.
Yeah, the ambulance is still there. Willow getting chained to
Dr.
the
Newcomb.
ring post.
I mean, Briscoe looked like he'd been in some sort of accident. He looked
Yeah.
terrible.
He got stabbed with scissors, probably.
If he gets stabbed with scissors by a bald guy.
God.
Apparently, he spoke to Osprey before it. From when he did
Yeah.
that bloody
That's what I was referencing.
got busted open and decided 4 hours later to walk out like he thought it just happened.
Yeah.
Dirty bastard.
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I didn't take too much notes. Yeah. Oh yeah, Swerve came out dressed as James Charles here.
What?
Yeah, there seems to be a bit. I don't get that reference, but
That's
yeah.
okay. Those who know, know, and those who don't. It's fine.
Is that supposed to be like the Predator or something?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Weird.
But
Not as good as Drew McIntyre coming out at WrestleMania dressed as the fucking Slayer, for God's sake.
yeah.
Which he loved. When he ripped the arm pads off because they were getting caught on everything, you could just see he was like, "Get this fucking shit off me!"
Yeah. I'm struggling to think of anything else.
There was a bit in this that I don't get the obsession with staple guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You're right. The staple. Yeah, the stapling of the tongues and all that on Swerve.
Yeah.
Tongues?
Yeah.
But it had absolutely no effect on him.
Yeah, like he could put it back in his mouth. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. You could understand if, you're going to do that to someone, then it's going to do some damage to them, take them out the match. But he was fine. What's wrong with him?
Well, yeah, if he like stapled
Staple.
it to like the canvas with his tongue or some other surface.
Yeah, but you don't wrestle with your tongue, do you? So, you know.
Well, that would exactly that would
Hey,
make it a
Nelson
little bit more painful, wouldn't it? A little more agonizing.
Tell you what was a bit thingy when bit so uncomfortable. Was it Moxley? Was at the was it Moxley? One of them. Right? Someone had the staple gun and they were going for the neck as they were doing it.
Jesus.
And I just thought, if he goes the wrong way with that, and that could quite easily slice his neck open. And,
Jugular, carotid.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah, but why did he even make the insinuation of shit like that? I mean, it just...
It's anarchy in the arena, Beans. Anything goes.
Mhm.
Gross.
well, yeah, I just thought if the slightest wrong move. I mean, okay, they're all professionals. They supposedly know what they're doing. But...
He just threw him into a load of cardboard, Will, that was supposed to be happening.
Yeah, dusty
And then you're
cardboard.
telling me about in the same match someone pulled a staple gun out of it, sticks it into someone's neck. Like,
It was the
come
Bucks
on.
that pulled out initially. That they brought it into the match.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, they've got to bring out the big stuff because everyone kicks out of that shit.
Moving on.
Yeah.
So what was that? That was the Ops team, Swerve's team, and did we all go for that? Or-
I went with the other guys. Everybody else picked
you had the Death Riders.
the good ones.
Death Riders are losing a few matches lately. Not when Moxley's defending the title, but everything else. Could
Oh,
be
hold on.
that they're
Sorry,
falling
Beans
off
went
on
with the
these
Bucks. The team with the Bucks on it. I misread
guys. The team
that.
that's got the
Have
Bucks.
you just robbed me of a point?
No, he gave you
No.
a point, and now realised
Yeah,
you
you
shouldn't have. So
Sorry.
Oh.
again.
Thank you. Jesus. I'm sorry. Post-traumatic stress. you see. I can't
Take a
help
point
these
away
things.
from him.
Sorry about that. There we go.
Better. So what do you need after a 12-man tag match? A 6-man tag match, where the Don Callis family beat the Paragon. Why?
Can you,
Surely Adam Cole should be doing better than this.
you'd think, yeah.
Where's Jay White?
oh.
Where did he go?
For real?
Can I just ask? I saw footage online, and I have no idea whether this is from the pay-per-view or Dynamite or whatever, or if it's old.
If you have the link, send it. I'll take a look.
No, I haven't got a clue. It was just something I saw when I was doom scrolling. But
Gotcha.
it was doing a power bomb on the apron on the outside.
Yeah.
They just smacked Adam Cole's head on the apron. They didn't judge it right. He was supposed to land on his shoulders, obviously, to be able to brace it, and he fucking nearly killed him.
That does sound vaguely recent, I think.
Like I said, I didn't know if it was from the pay-per-view or not, but there was something. But when I saw it, someone was making the comment like, this guy's just been out of action for 14 months or something. And
take better care of him.
this to him.
Well, I mean, this is after the match with a staple gun to the neck.
Yeah.
So, I think that sounds vaguely recent, either on the pay-per-view or on Dynamite. I want to say Dynamite, I think.
It looked really gnarly. It was, yeah.
Or it could have been Collision, which I don't
It could have
watch.
been something like, yeah, I don't know. I did, like I say, I didn't really pay much attention to the.
Paragon lost, by the way, which is the
Paragon
team,
lost.
which is the team that
Yeah.
Beans picked here.
Of course.
Yeah, it's a guest of
Sorry.
Fletcher, Josh Alexander,
It's all good.
Don Callis family get the win. Which then brings us to the main event, where
I'm so pissed at this.
the men's Owen Hart Cup final, who would get the shot at John Moxley at All In. Adam Page beats Will Ospreay.
Well, since you weren't here last week, Chucks, and I know you didn't watch the show. We picked this first in the prediction game because you weren't here.
Right.
And I chalked down Hangman Adam Page in the box. And it wasn't until everybody else, I was like, oh, Will's picking Ospreay, the Australian.
Australian Ospreay? Why
Yeah.
Australian Ospreay?
I misunderstood that he's from England instead of Australia. You would think a guy who's, headlining Aussie Open would be from Australia. Not the case. That's my bad. So we kind of made a little in-joke there. And
Bruh.
yeah, thank you. And then from there, I was like, oh man, everybody's picking Ospreay. Page had the better promo on the Go Home show. No, not the case. Adam Page won the match. I was like, fuck. Because I knew I lost a point there.
Well, you did write it in lowercase, so it's like...
That's why. Yeah, I was unsure.
Ospreay.
Yeah.
Maybe Ospreay.
I'm glad you picked up on that.
I did, yeah. Obviously, yeah. Not sure. Yeah, so, yeah, we all lose there. And All In, we can lose again when Adam Page beats John Moxley for the AEW Championship. There was something on, must have been Reddit, I guess, about the loser of the main event having some words for the winner after the match. Did he say something? You better win or something like that?
If it was after, I haven't watched the conferences because they're so kayfabed.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find anything. But yeah, that is it. So, what have we got at the end of all of that? I can't add it up.
Okay, so
What's the totals?
Here's the buy-in. So
Oh man,
Beans didn't get that one, but we all did. So that's a point there for the three of us.
yeah.
And
Oh shit.
Beans is up to 4 here.
Beans is on 4. You're on 5. Oh hell yeah! I'm on 6. And Will be on 4.
Okay. And then
Have you written that down, or should I have been?
You should have been writing down. You're the.
Oops.
It's all right. It's all right.
Wait. Go back to the last one.
Okay, hold on. There you go.
Okay, so Beans is on 4. You're on 5. I'm on 6, and Will's also on 4. Okay. Next one. So that means Beans is on 6. You're on 7. I'm now on 9, and Will is on 7. And that's the lot, isn't it? That's everything. Cool. So Beans, who doesn't know anyone, 6. Joint second, Smoot and Will on 7. I'm running away with it on 9 here, which means
acknowledge me.
For now, yeah.
For now. Thumbs up.
Anything could happen at All in Texas.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you got?
I don't know if you want to take it through, but thumbs down's got to be the fake road cases. AEW.
You can have it. That's fine.
Bush League, in my opinion.
Yes. Wait.
League.
I love that. Like he's in rewind mode there. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Connection to that van is bad.
The fake road cases is pretty awful. What did I have? I had something from Dynamite recently. Oh yeah, that was a brutal no disqualification match between the bad ones, as Beans calls them, and Harley and Anna Jay. Penelope Ford completely whiffed off the top rope with the Doomsday device, by the way. Oh, the Frat House. AEW's Frat House stable.
Who was the Frat House?
Preston Vance, Griff Garrison, and Real Cole Carter.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know those guys were still with the company. Okay. Preston Vance 10.
Yeah.
And not Jungle Boy. Nice.
Flag shit there, sorry. Oh yeah, Tekla debuted. That was another thing. And somebody from New Japan.
Oh, Tekla. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
They had like the digital on-screen spider that's like a tease during all the women's segments, and she like laid out Jamie Hayter. And then she's like, "Hey, I'm really flexible. Look, I'm just like Bray Wyatt." And then they immediately go to the back. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's nice." Oh yeah, Ian Riccaboni having like a headset difficulty where the audio is coming through the house speaker. So I had to break out this company's had 0 issues, or 0 days of audio issues and whatnot. Brody King, Josh Alexander. Okay, yeah, thumbs up for me. Blood on Dynamite. So they did like a weird suplex thing, and Josh like split his forehead open here. And where Taz is like, looks like Josh got hit in the head with a bowling ball. It was a gnarly like gash they had. And then the final segment, thumbs down, is Tony Storm, Mercedes Moné in the ring, and they didn't bother to clean the canvas of all the blood. And then afterwards, like when they close the show, Tony's like rolling around in it. Like, what are you doing?
So they don't do WWE where they have numerous mats.
Apparently not.
They just take one canvas off. Obviously not.
So there you go. Simple, straightforward.
Blood
what do you
on
got?
Dynamite is your thumbs up and thumbs down.
Yeah, somehow. I guess how it was
should I-
handled, I don't know.
I haven't actually caught up on a whole lot. I haven't seen the end bit of the pay-per-view. I haven't seen Dynamite. I haven't seen SmackDown. So I'm running on very little. I will steal JR's successful surgery. Because apparently he's all right. He says he's happy. That his surgery was a success. That's good. Good.
Did you see the Ric Flair tweet? Do you want this to be the thumbs down?
No, I didn't. What was that?
He had a bit of a meltdown about an hour ago, a couple hours ago.
Oh, did he delete it? Oh, I think he deleted it.
Ah,
No way. Okay, hold on.
Woo!
What was it? Squared circle? Here you go. This is before he deleted it. Jim Ross will always be Jim Ross, seeking attention. Focus on your recovery.
What?
Yeah.
well, I mean, I guess he will always be Jim Ross. That much is true. Like, not much else he can be. But,
How the hell does this guy seek attention?
I know.
You got me. Do you want that to be in there, or no?
Most of that's fine. Jim Ross will always be Jim Ross. Yep, true say. Focus on your recovery. Yep, true.
His correct.
Well, if you're
Little
not going
bit
to
in the
take it,
middle
I'm
there.
going to have that as a thumbs down. For someone that,
Okay.
wrestling world was all sitting there watching thinking Ric Flair were going to die.
True, that's true.
For then,
Anyone should be focusing on recovery.
none of us sat there at the time and went, oh, Ric Flair's on his deathbed, like, here he is, seeking attention, wooing in the ward.
Being a menace to the nurses.
Yeah. Are you going to take my temperature?
Maybe he thinks that Nurse Slobberknockers is real or something. I don't know.
I mean, for God's sake,
Yeah,
the
probably.
guy, has already been through a pretty tragic thing in the last few years.
Mhm.
Never mind the cancer element. And yeah, he's really seeking attention, isn't he? Because he's fucking spouting about it all the time.
And this was Ric Flair's apology, by the way, about it. He said, if you can't take a joke from a 76-year-old man, then you are living life too seriously. It was all harmless, lighthearted fun, just trying to make people laugh and smile.
Here's the thing, though, Rick. When you say things like that, you can't sense that in a tweet.
Yeah.
I think that's poor form, but there we go.
Yeah. On a lighter note, this is my thumbs down, but it's quite funny at the same time. So you remember, well, you must have heard on like sort of pretty much any podcast these days. Austin used to do it really well, where he'd be in the middle of a conversation and then he'd turn it into some sort of sponsor, like.
Yeah, that was that became a bit of a meme after a little while.
Yeah.
Everyone had a podcast and they'd have to. Well, all right, here, folks. We got to talk about On It,
Oh,
and then they try and blend it back in.
there's a link for you. If you can throw this. It's on Twitter, Smooth, so you'll be able to play it.
Oh, yeah?
Maven.
Oh,
of all
no.
people.
Not
Oh,
you,
man.
man.
As,
Come on.
possibly one of the best
My
sponsor
mama.
links I've
Really?
ever seen.
Okay.
Oh yeah, just play it. It's great.
Here we go. One sec here. Hold on. Let me pan the music down. That's not the right one. Hold on. Okay. Here we go.
Always told me nothing good happens after midnight. And trust me, I know this firsthand. Not long after becoming a WWE wrestler, I was at home one night, minding my business, relaxing on the porch, and a man dressed in all black walked up my driveway. He pointed a gun directly at my head, and he said words that sent a chill up my spine, and frankly still do. He said, Maven, I got you anytime I want you. And although he didn't take anything or hurt anyone that night, what he did take was my security. My house, the place I should have felt the safest, now felt like a threat. Nobody should ever feel like that, which is why I want to introduce you to Simply Safe. Most home security...
Okay, all right, that's not too bad.
It was just the complete change story about them being nearly attacked and then they just by some security systems.
Like, by the way,
Do you know what? I had Simply Safe.
You know where it was, don't you? The
What?
Rock.
Hey.
I don't want your stuff, Maven. I want your soul. That's why I'm going to walk away and leave you to think about this.
So that's a thumbs up, Maven's.
It's not my thumbs up. Don't you dare.
Secure, safe.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Ad read. Alright.
These
And there's a
eyebrows
random
freak me
one.
out.
Kind
He
of-
used to have these giant eyebrows, remember? And now they're all like, they're way too small and like too
Yeah.
perfect. Weird eyebrows.
It also sounds weird, I think.
Sounds normal. What do you mean sounds weird?
Sounds
He's got a distinct voice, but not in a good way, if you know what I mean.
That's a pretty unflattering still.
Yeah, it's like he heard what you said, Chucks, about his eyebrows. Good Lord.
Yeah, he's got the eyebrows in every frame. That was a really bad one. You did him
Oh my
dirty.
God. I did not. It's like he heard you.
Let's have a look. I didn't see that then.
Oh, here, yeah. See? It's like he heard you. Like he heard both of you criticize his eyebrows and
That's
his
the
voice.
face he pulled when the guy walked up his drive.
Maybe, I don't know.
Might have
It's just-
been. Might have been.
I'm sorry, it's just... He
I'm
seems
kind
like
of
a normal
interested
guy
in
to
what
me.
Security Save does, though, because he's got a point.
Yeah.
I've got a really random one for you from SmackDown last night. But I haven't got a clip of it. Can you get SmackDown up at all?
Yeah, hold on. Or, sorry,
No,
Simply
that
Safe.
clip of the guy raiding the house.
Simply
Oh
Safe.
yeah, it's full. Yeah, go.
Alright,
It was about 2 hours into SmackDown. It was a little backstage bit.
How worrying is that statement? It was about 2 hours into SmackDown.
Let's
It's
pull it
just
up
ridiculous.
There. Is that gonna be your
It
thumbs down?
Yeah, no.
The phrase 2 hours in the SmackDown?
It just makes it sound like it was 5 hours long, you know.
It kinda does, yeah.
Oh, yes, no. It's not close.
2 hours into it, you know, not halfway.
God, they really did
Yeah,
make
before
SmackDown
this.
a 3 hour show. Wow.
Hmm.
Okay. Chick
Dallas
Tormenta.
Chick Tormenta.
What a
That
name.
one on the
That's a
right
great
then
name.
looked like she was doing some Jason thing.
Keep going back.
Keep going back, okay. What am I looking for?
Damian Priest.
Damian Priest. Okay, keep going back.
He's in the ring. There's a promo, but it's the bit before that. What after?
Okay.
He doesn't do his eyes, does he?
No, there we go. So a little bit before this.
A little bit before.
It's before the break of this segment.
Hold on.
Go on. There you go. This next bit now.
Okay.
Is it? Hang on. Wait a minute. No, sorry. It's before that. Sorry. We're gonna break before that.
Okay.
Before this, this is Julia promo.
Okay.
Right, this might be it. Just keep it on this for a minute.
Look like Travis Scott there, okay.
There's just a really random bit that I noticed while watching last night. It was never really explained as to what the hell's going on.
Okay, Fanatics Fest, New York City. Cool.
Definitely.
Okay. It's a helicopter shot.
No,
Showing Money in the Bank week. Worlds Collide. WWE
Yep.
Countdown post show.
Go back again. I think it's before this. Even.
Where is this
Sorry.
thing? You're building up the anticipation. This better be good.
I know, so it's not even that good.
Okay.
Before
Vincent
that.
Carmelo before. Oh my god.
I don't know. Actually, maybe after this. Just do like a 10-second clip.
Oh,
There
here
you
he is.
go. There he is.
Someone
somebody-
welding in the back.
Yeah. What?
Exactly. Watch the random guy welding.
So,
Why is he stood under a forklift welding?
wait a minute. Yeah.
What
What is
the
this?
hell?
Where do you do your welding?
Welding.
The guy just sat on the thing like, should I lower it and kill him?
I think I know what he's doing.
Ironically, it looks like he's strengthening a flight case.
No, it looks like he's taking the metal off of it to replace it with plywood.
cardboard.
Yeah.
He's gimmicking a
Is that not-
case.
I thought he was
But not-
dismantling Shotzi's tank.
I thought it was the announce table.
Oh, jeez.
It does look a bit, yeah, it's angled like the announce table. Yeah, that front slope.
But play it as it is, as it was, Smith. You just stood there welding, no apparent reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
With an upside down WWE logo. What the fuck? He was wearing a t-shirt as well.
Yeah.
I
no-
got no protection on
no
it whatsoever.
No protection whatsoever for what we could see there. Yeah, that's wild. That was kind of worth it. Yeah. Thumbs up or thumbs down for that. Just WWE welding random shit backstage.
Thumbs up. Thumbs
Okay.
up for the SmackDown welder.
Smackdown welder.
Here's me going on about AEW taking silly risks.
There you go. AEW's
Breaking
SmackDown.
news: WWE backstage person seriously injured.
Yeah. Well, if he gets injured, I mean, he can just sue the company, right? That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, if
Well,
he gets injured, he's probably
contractor.
dead, right? If he's...
Yeah.
That's true.
User error. Sue,
Don't
family
worry,
sues
though.
for the whole.
Squashed by a table.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. His family's gonna get tickets to WrestleMania 26 in Saudi Arabia.
Oh man.
Pay for their own flight. So
Beans, what do you have for a thumbs up?
I haven't got a clue. So I'm going to say Swerve's Predator outfit looked pretty cool on that screen grab you had.
Okay. Chucks, what do you have for a thumbs down?
Is no one doing Dave Meltzer?
I mean, that lives in Will's box over there.
Yeah, but he actually did a thing this week.
Dave Meltzer's melts
Played
down.
it for me. The melts down. I actually don't think he was all the way wrong, to be honest. I thought someone else was going to say it, and I could defend him. But
On Solo.
I don't have anything better.
On Solo Sokoa, right?
Yeah, right. That one.
You thought Dave Meltzer was right?
Oh boy.
Um,
Oh
I
boy.
think they were talking about different things.
Oh boy.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
So I think Brian was obviously right.
Yeah, he
Solo
was.
has been losing loads of matches, and you can't expect people to care about someone who loses all the time. That's true. I think Dave wasn't denying that so much. He was saying it doesn't matter to WWE that he loses all the time. They can do whatever they want with anyone at any time, and the company draws what it's going to draw. I think that's kind of what he was saying. He used to say back in the day that Bryan Danielson couldn't be the top guy because Cena sells more merch. And that was just how it had to be, and it doesn't matter that the people like him more and want him to be the top guy. He never could be. And Brian would say, yeah, but he can't be the top guy unless they push him as the top guy. So he's never going to sell the merch until they do that. And he was like, and he would argue the point as if he was WWE. Well, they can't do it because he doesn't sell the merch. They can't push him. And I think he didn't disagree with the point, but he was arguing from like this other perspective, which we don't have. So I think that's what he's doing here.
I
He's
think
saying
what you'll
WWE
find,
can do what they
Chucks,
want.
is that other perspective is wrong.
But but is it? Is it? Because I agree, you shouldn't. If you want the guy to mean anything, you shouldn't have him lose all the time. That's true. But they can just have a guy lose all the time and then have him win all the time. They do that sometimes. When it's someone's turn to be pushed again, Kevin Owens, they'll just have him go on a winning streak. Simple as that.
Fair
So I think
enough.
that's what he means. Like they don't plan that far ahead to have a guy win a lot before he's important. They decide on the day, this guy's important now. Now he has to win a lot.
I think he should just answer the call.
From Andrew Jackass, yeah.
Andrew Jack.
I think maybe wins and losses matter a little bit more now in the post Vince world than it did like 20 years ago.
I think, yeah,
Even a couple.
they do matter because you can't expect someone to look at the guy from the perspective of what the company wants the guy to be. If Triple H is booking Solo now because he wants him to be important 2 months from now, that's fine, but you can't say he's important right now. He's just been on a massive losing streak. He sucks right now. If you're a guy watching the show and you don't know what the company's thinking, he's a loser. And that's all that really matters. So Brian's absolutely right.
Yeah.
In that sense. But also, like, you know, whatever they're gonna do is what they're gonna do, and it's not like there's a ranking system where you have to have the top guy challenging for the title all the time. I think that's what Dave's saying. It's like,
I mean, that's what AEW
just
tried
do
to
whatever
do
they want.
and failed at.
Yeah.
Which,
And that's
let's
what
see.
UFC used to try and do. And then they found
yeah.
that there's a load of fights that people want to see, but they can't do it because the guys aren't in the right ranking spots. So they kind of got away from it.
Well, let's take a look at the official AEW rankings as of August 31st, 2022. Yeah, Thunder Rosa is the women's champion.
Oh,
Jade
we've
Cargill.
got CM Punk is the top of the
CM Punk is the top contender for the men's championship of John Moxley.
Jay Lethal number 4 somehow.
Wardlow, Pac.
Yeah.
There's Keith Lee.
Keith Lee.
Keith
yeah.
Lee is the
That's the tag
Still
team
lost in
champions.
the whole thing.
Never got the.
contender. Number 10 in Evil Uno, Preston Vance.
Yeah.
He's a frat boy now.
How about it? Yeah. Keith Lee never got that rematch.
Still waiting.
Still waiting.
They're still lost in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Alrighty. Anything else?
His only chance of getting out is if they induct him.
Anything
right,
else?
they might.
You mentioned his name then. Someone did anyway. Vince McMahon, remember him?
No.
Yeah, he's got something going on.
He's starting a new company. 14th and I Holdings. That's what it's known as. No one really knows what it's for or what he's doing. Yeah, but yeah, and he apparently said or told people, those that it matter, that he's willing and open to buy back WWE.
I bet he is.
I don't think TKO is going to sell to him though.
No,
Well,
of
yeah,
course they won't.
TKO have already said they're not willing to sell anything.
Also, there was a thing about him with, as Laurinaitis done something in the lawsuit as well.
Oh yeah, that was the other story. Yeah,
Oh, he's
so
going
he's made
to
a deal.
argue for the defense
basically-
now, for the prosecution.
Yeah, he's basically made a deal so that he doesn't get any charges against him, but he's gonna just the date being the opposite word. On Vince.
Yeah,
Equal power.
I'm not surprised Laurinaitis is a snake in the grass.
Hmm.
He seems like a
No, I'm not really. Either.
He seems like a piece of shit anyway.
So next week we've
Yeah.
got Money in the Bank.
That's next week?
That's next week.
Yes,
Next Saturday.
The hell?
that's why they were plugging it on after the.
That's
Welder.
why at the end of Saturday night's main event, they told you the main event of Money in the Bank.
Yeah, see, Money in the Bank weekend
like,
next Saturday. Yeah. Ta-da.
That's got a good little graphic. for
Look
it.
at that. That's perfect. From SmackDown.
So we've
There was
also got
also
in the daytime of that show of that day on the Saturday, Worlds Collide,
Yes.
which is the WWE AAA
Crossover. Yeah.
co-event. Crossover, remember?
Chad Gable's on it, isn't
No.
Jack Gable's taking on Vikingo.
Vikingo.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
And Vikingo's dad was attacked by Alberto Del Rio on a TV show in a studio.
No, don't tell me that's Del Rio's way of getting back in the company.
He is currently contracted to the company.
No.
Didn't they say they wouldn't be working with him? I'm sure they said that they've got no intention of working with him. The only reason that he signed with them is because he was already in a contract with AAA. So, although he is kind of technically a WWE employee right now because they bought the company, he's not really.
He was also the charges against him and stuff were all dropped with.
I think they were.
I think so. They were dropped against Enzo Amore too, though. He wasn't allowed back for some reason.
Yeah, but
the other matches we've got
the headache.
Well, yeah.
I do. That guy was awesome.
It's been a nightmare to work with if he were like that backstage. I'm trying to just say a sentence to you here, Enzo, and you're just fucking talking constantly. Stop.
So also on Worlds Collide, we've got I'm gonna butcher these names now, so get ready for this.
This will be fun.
I can say I did this one. Legado del Fantasma.
Hey, practice it.
Versus El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. Yeah.
Close enough.
Pagano, and the Psycho Clown. That's a 6-man tag. We've got Gable versus Vikingo. Ethan Page versus Javon Evans versus Laredo Kid and Ray Phoenix in a fatal 4-way for the NXT American title. And for some reason the rest isn't loading.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, it's on Saturday. Watch it. Well done. I don't care.
You're really selling it. It should be a good show.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Else.
Should be.
Also, a triple threat qualifying match between El Grande Americano, AJ Styles, and CM Punk.
This should be really good, I think.
I wonder who's winning that one.
Would be match of the year.
Stephanie Vacker.
Who's now officially part of Raw.
Yes.
She was announced
also
by
in a triple threat.
Adam Pearce during the weekend.
Okay.
She's now officially on the Raw roster.
That's all on Raw tomorrow. Tomorrow for you guys. Tomorrow over here is Sunday. But that's on Raw this week. And again, Money in the Bank next Saturday.
Just go back to that Worlds Collide event.
Yes.
They're showing it on YouTube for free for everybody.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Might be something to pop in and check out.
With both English and Spanish comments.
It's probably the English announce table that's going to get wrecked then, hopefully.
Huh. Did they wrestle in a 6-sided ring?
AAA do, I think. Yeah.
Every time they've shown highlights, it looks like a 6-sided ring, so I just wondered whether...
Yeah, I think they have done it.
Because that'll be a bit of a...
Throwback, yeah.
A bit of it, well, yeah, but also I'm thinking, with, like, Chad Gable being in a match and stuff, like, they're gonna,
I don't think because it's essentially a WWE show, isn't it? So I don't think they're going to be using...
We'll see.
6-sided ring.
All right.
Wednesday, isn't there pay-per-view coming up soon? The Triple Mania?
Oh, God, is it?
That's coming up fairly soon. Because I know they were saying they're going to be sending some TNA folk to it as well. Because I've seen someone say it could be the first show to have AAA, WWE, and TNA.
Ever, yeah. Historic.
Superstar on. I believe. I'm just trying to
June
find
15th, yeah, a couple of weeks
June,
away.
yeah. Thought it was coming soon.
Wow.
We got anything announced for that?
We have La Parca and the Aztec Warriors. I think that's a new La Parca. So that's Octagon Jr. and the Laredo Kid versus Loss of Vipers. And another team. So there's 3 teams there. Also, Nino Hamburguesa, Mr. Iguana, and El Fiscal. That's awesome. It's like IRS's Mexican cousin. Versus the Tokyo Bad Boys. Also, 6-man tag match. So.
Yeah, because I believe they were gonna. I believe there's chances are that what's his name? El Grande Americano is
Undefeated
possibly
currently
on this show. And Penta as well, which would make sense. So that could be interesting.
Okay, something to keep an eye out for. Well, that's going to conclude this show. We'll be back next week with Money in the Bank. And we'll see you then. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you then. Take care. Good night.